This right here is a review of the brand new debut album from singer, songwriter Rebecca Porter. The name of the record is Roll with the Punches. And as this record came to an end, one of the first thoughts I had was about that Hawk Tuah girl. Um, I don't remember her real name at this moment, but the reason why I was thinking about the Hawk Tour girl is because I remember when she was revealing her true identity to the public, she did an interview with Rolling Stone, I believe, and in the interview, which will always be seared into my brain for some odd reason, but they referred to her as a modern day Dolly Parton because of her presence or her I don't I don't even know why they said that, but I was deeply offended by that comment for Dolly Parton. And the reason why I'm thinking about that is because this record is 10 times, 100 times more closer to the, I would say, charm of a Dolly Parton than anything that has to do with that crypto grifter, the Hawk Tour girl. This is good. So, in the interest of full disclosure, this lovely lady came to my attention because a long time ago she randomly followed me and I followed her back. And as a lot of you who follow me know, I tend to lurk upon your guys' content. And I quickly noticed that she was quite the vocalist, seemed very talented. And it's really cool to watch someone really hone in on their craft, really work very hard in order to make their dreams come true, or at least have a place in the world of music and try to carve out a specific area for them. And I think it's really cool what this person is trying to convey on this record because to me, this is a pretty powerful listen. This is about resilience. I feel like that's the main sticking point as far as the themes of this record, as far as picking yourself up, digging yourself out of multiple holes, and making sure you leave nothing behind except the baggage that puts you in those holes in the first place. Now, to be completely honest, I've said in the past how I appreciate and enjoy a lot of country music, but is country music my favorite genre of music, or even in my top 3 to 5? Probably not. And I do feel like out of all my reviews of all the music that I tend to review on here, country music is probably the least represented, even less than jazz, because you all know that I am the jazz daddy. Now, with this record, the instrumentation, we're not reinventing the wheel in any kind of way as far as country music, Americana, folk, bluegrass, and this feels like a night at the Grand Ole Opry. Now, for me, the number one selling point of this record, the star, the crown jewel of this album, is the voice of Rebecca Porter. I really love this person's voice. And the reason why I love this voice is because she genuinely goes for it on pretty much every single track. You know when someone is pushing, like really coming from the diaphragm and really trying to belt out every note that they possibly can. They are straining, they are pushing themselves. And there are multiple moments on this record that to me are honestly quite thrilling that can give you goosebumps as far as how she's pouring her heart out through these notes. Like, I always hate making specific comparisons to other artists in my review, but I do have to say, listening to her, it makes me think of Yola. If you're not familiar with Yola, she is an incredible singer, and I think it's pretty high praise to compare this person to her because I get the same level of thrill listening to Rebecca Porter sing. I also really like how this record really sticks to its guns as far as its traditional sound and approach in songwriting. It's oddly refreshing, actually, because it feels like every single person, male or female, in the country music space is trying to inch closer and closer into pop music or even hip hop or they're trying to be some sort of hybrid in order to ensure themselves some sort of mainstream airplay or so they can be on some kind of Spotify playlist. It feels like you can't be traditional or you can't be back to basics and still get any kind of exposure. So for me, I'm more than glad to give any kind of exposure that I can because this is just straight up good country music. And if you like country music, I don't see how you will not enjoy this record. This is good stuff. 8 sticks of butter, peace, love, butter.